Custom variations have always had a place in my heart. When I started the MK11 character guides, there was a dedicated segment to them. Now that they're gonna be more prolific, it's time I put my 2 cents in and give my personal picks for every character in Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Now I've left it till after the update so I could really make sure that this was the ultimate guide to custom variations. Completely up to date as of release, and hopefully still up to date after a bloody month. Isn't that right, Netherrealm? Okay, so before we chomp down on the meat feast pizza that is our custom list, let's talk more why you would use a custom variation. The simple answer is customs allows us to make something more personal to ourselves. It also allows us to try out other moves that may have not been tournament approved. Or, if you're like me, it allows us to get the best out of our character or playstyle, maybe change something that a character lacked completely, or just improve on what's already a proven product. With that said, let's begin the best way possible, with the Mortal Kombat 1 cast. So, starting with Johnny Cage. With Johnny's customs, it's best to go on improving what's already good. Now Johnny's tournament variations are already kinda top notch. Each can do something quite well. However, when his third variation Outtake dropped, it quickly became a big hit competitively, giving us 2 of his strongest moves, Rising Star and Low Force Ball. Rising Star is a fast anti-air that replaces Flippy Kick, which does mean Johnny loses his armor breaking move, but since armor breaking is all that attack does, you don't really get a follow-up and there's no crushing blow to it, so who really cares? With Rising Star you get a fast anti-air that, at the cost of meter and defense bar on block, is super safe, while on hit will spike the opponent down right at your feet, along with a jack ton of hit advantage, making the options very limited. Compare that to the amplified Flippy Kick, which kicks you stupidly far away with about half the hit stun while you do the splits like the dad going through midlife crisis you are. No one really gains anything, and yeah, armor breaks are good, but unless your intention was to burn meter off the uppercut crushing blow, just hitting an uppercut while they break out will do more damage. So Rising Star is the better choice. Same for Low Force Ball. On the one hand, the straight force ball while hitting high gives you way safer block advantage, but Low Force Ball is the better zoning tool, comes out faster and hits mid, so they're going to have to at least take some chip damage from a distance. Basically, Outtake was the classic Johnny Cage. The only downside is Force Ball. Sure, it's a pretty decent anti-air projectile, but Low Force Ball has that when amped, which has a better chance at catching them if they jump over the low anyway. And since he has the almighty Standing 1 and Rising Star, he doesn't really need that high Force Ball. But then, what should he take? What can aid Low Force Ball and Rising Star? What goes with that great projectile and great pressure tool? The answer is Mime Time. This has been my go-to since MK11 first came out. Mime Time and Rising Star are a perfect couple. You kick them to the floor with the amped Rising Star, they go for a wake up, Mime Time procs, and you get to either get a bit of damage and set them up for the Low Force Ball, or you amplify it and continue the combo for more damage. Plus, if you land 2 amplified Mime Times, the third Mime Time you land will have a crushing blow, which once again you can amplify for the combo. Really, Mime Time is the perfect setup for this blood sport build. But if you don't like the art of making boxes and punching faces, there is the optional Pissed Off and Throwing Shades. Pissed Off is just a great high damage ender, and Throwing Shades is another crushing blow to your arsenal. And alongside the fact that you can nearly do 50 damage with 1 bar without losing your fatal blow.
You're welcome.
Now Kano is kind of hard to really perfect. His first variation, Ripper, is pretty great. You have your knife toss and Kano ball as standard, and with the abilities you get, guarantees combo extensions from one of his best strings. And you get another set of harmonious bloodshed with rack off and lumbar check. Rack-Off is a great counter move that does the same thing as Mime Time in conditioning to sort of forgo the wake-up attack and maybe try and go for a roll, which lumbar check counters for a devastating crushing blow. Really, that is the best option, but since Tyler will give me absolute flack for leaving it out, well, once he notices I exist, sad tech is sad, let's talk about the 9-inch Mulga, a variation that Tyler first demonstrated during Kano's Kombat cast under the lesser name of I didn't care to look it up, 9-inch Mulga is better. This adds the snakebite ability, where Kano Wolverine jumps at the opponent and when amplified will pop them up for combo extensions, adding this to the already combo extending manhandled for some high damage. But really, it's just blowing your resource load for a bit more damage. Speaking of load blowing, crushing blows are a thing, and what's better than having a few crushing blows? Having all the crushing blows. This is what my fun optional Dingo Ate My Baby build is about. It's basically Ripper only substituting Rack-Off with the Optic Blast, a mid-hitting projectile that replaces the knife. It's a lot less safe on block, can't be amplified, but it has that meaty crushing blow on counter and punish, taking a quarter of their health away from them. If they wake up with a roll, you catch them with the amplified lumbar check, boom, there's about half their health gone. Seriously, this one is absolutely bonkers. Moving on to Sonya, and once again, this is improving on something that is already pretty good. Let's face it, Ringmaster is her go-to variation. She did lose a lot of power when they nerfed her air control move and allowed the sodium levels to finally balance themselves. That reminds me, I should probably try to do the breakdowns again, since now there's a lot less torch and pitchforks on the field. Well, apart from Scorpion, but that's fine. Anyway, back to Sonya. Energy Ring Charge is still lethal in the fast hands of a good player, allowing for some good corner combos and pressure. The KAT Orbital Drop gives her a powerful space control tool to go with those rings. This is where we fix the best variation and make it better with one simple change: crushing counters, a super fast parry that parries both low and high attacks. It has crushing blows for both options, and when combined with ring charge and cat drop, boom, we have the Blade Parade, an annoying zoner who makes it hard to get in, and when you do, she has a tool that can make you think twice about throwing a punch or a kick, promoting that jump in attack, which she will counter with air control, getting the crushing blow and getting a nice meaty combo. It's evil and I love it. Sub-Zero is a real issue because, well, some of his best abilities cost 2 slots. This is for balance purposes because otherwise we would have the classic Sub-Zero from MK Trilogy, a fast ice ball, ice traps, and if it wasn't banned, ground freeze for that winner frostbitten Skinner. But no, we don't have that perfect world where we can have MK Trilogy Sub-Zero, so we have to get real dirty and highlight my golden gem, Rising Ice. This move was, and still is, yellow snow levels of dirty ice play, as it is a great combo extender and such guarantees a crushing blow combo from any option. Throw in his amplified ice ball alongside his best slide option, and you have an MKX level of 50-50 mix-up, and most importantly, you have damage. Scorpion is also in the same boat here. A lot of his best options are 2 slots, or they're already combined together. Searing Rage is probably his most common ranked variation because everything works in synergy. Reborn is great for mind games and safety with that teleport cancel, and the aerial throw is his best air-to-air option. So really, once again, they're already pretty strong. But I would like to highlight Demon Dash. It was a decent move that never really got used, and while it's no longer as fast as it used to be, it's still a really good punishing tool. So you could pair this up with Demon Breath and Demon Slam and give yourself a sort of hell theme that packs a punch, but I personally would pair Demon Dash or Demon Slam with Misery Blade and fix that unneededly gimped variation. But seriously, f*** you, Sinblade. Coming to Raiden, and again, he's in the same boat. A lot of his best moves are already together. Thunder Wave is probably his best variation, adding Spark Port and Storm Cell, which you have a great teleportation that costs 2 slots, and you have his best combo extending tool. The only thing you can really do is try and add more damage for your meter, and that is by adding Storm Cell to replace Raiden's Electric Burst. It adds options to set up Quick Charge, and it adds the extra extension to your strings if you need that damage. Really, that's all I can really say on the matter. However, choosing one variation for Liu Kang is like asking a bloke from Wigan to not eat all the pies. Sheer lunacy. Liu Kang is one of the most expanded potentials so far for customs. So first, let's go over the catalysts. Luan Quan and Wuxi Legend. Both have great moves, and both could be a little bit better. The low fireball really adds some zoning potential and mind games to his forward 4 strings, giving you multiple options, and Dragon Parry comes with a combo extension and crushing blow. And if Mime Time hasn't taught you anything, I love me the parries. Same thing as with Wuxi Legend. Dragon Fire, and in turn Dragon's Gift, is that little noob trap. It adds some crazy options and mix-ups that, while unsafe, are vast enough that you will at least get something out of it. So with these moves we have a lot of options. Low Fireball alongside Dragon's Fire and Dragon's Gift give you a well-rounded zoner, utilising both your high and low fireballs to keep that distance, and then in 2 moves you can say "fuck that zoner shit" and land a well-meant back fist to the rear end of Mr. Pew Pew's skull. Then there's Low Fireball, Dragon's Fire and Dragon's Parry for that quick damage boost. But my personal choices are to add one lonely move to either catalyst. And that is Kusari Slam. Oh yes, if there's anything I love more than a good parry, it's a good command grab, and this one is his armor breaking move. And what syncs well with a parry that pops up for a combo? A command grab that guarantees you can still apply pressure. Seriously, all these moves work and can interchange and become awesome. There is more possibilities than I can even think of. Finally, we have the master of the Shang Bang himself, Shang Tsung, and again, there are some great options already in his variations. Warlock is crazy good, and Soul Eater has its perks if you like being the reason Chameleon will never be in this game. But there are things they all lack. Warlock really doesn't need that classic 3 straight skulls. Sure, it has that crushing blow, but it's all your meter in one move. An absolute waste. And Soul Eater ironically loses the Soul Steal move, making him sort of lack that character to his game plan. And don't get me started on Variation 2. Forget the broken pencil, that pencil was never even bloody sharpened. Its biggest boon is the armor breaking Scatter Souls. Only it's slower than snails in molasses, so you're lucky to catch a breakaway at all, and even worse, it replaces Corpse Drop, one of his best zoning tools in the game. No. Let's see if we can do better. So the main things we want to do is keep that zoning option, so no Scatter Souls and no Shapeshifters training, and we want to keep that Soul Steal. Sure, people rarely use it because, well, there are some negatives to it, but if you know how to mirror match, it's your best friend. Now, for a more zone option that punishes the opponent's mistakes, Rising Skulls and Exploding Corpse become 2 dangerous combo options that punish the opponent's wrong move. It's absolutely beautiful. My other high level options are Super Kick and, most importantly, Shake. Super Kick is another good combo extender and gives you a reasonably, somewhat safe move up close. I say somewhat safe as there are moves that can punish you, but depending on the string you use, you can push them far enough away for those moves to not be a problem. Shake, if you may have guessed, is another parry move, but not just any parry. This is Smoke's parry. Able to counter projectiles, And what is more likely going to happen against the Zoner? Projectile trades. And when amplified, it counters melee attacks as well. Seriously, Shaken Rising Skulls are lethal. And hell, if you want, you can go Exploding Corpse, Super Kick and Shake for some all-around Shangy goodness. Oof. And that's it for the MK1 crowd. I hope you enjoyed and I hope this gave you some food for thought. If it did, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell thingy, and follow me on the Twitters. Also, feel free to check out some of my other videos. Who knows, you might find something you like. And finally, tune in next time where we do this all again with the MK2 characters. But until that day, this has been Techno Onin. Stay safe, claim skulls, and may the Elder Gods protect you all.